Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you for watching. In this chapter, which is chapter 6, based on positional values of Arabic letters from 1 to 28, we have calculated the positional values of the 14 letters and the 14 designs of the 29 sacred codes. For instance, the first sacred code, Alif Lam Mim, in the beginning of the second chapter of the Quran, is composed of 3 letters with positional values of 1, 23, 24, and the total positional value of 48. And here are the basic findings. Some of the positional values of the 14 letters is 246. Some of the positional values of the 78 letters of the 29 codes is 1221. And some of the positional values of the 14 designs with 38 letters is 643. And this is a very interesting number, because the sacred codes and daily prayer share exactly the same 2 numbers in 2 different ways. How could that happen? Clearly, the 2 shared numbers of 38 and 643 have the high probability of being by design. Here the drawing of the Earth sun geometry shows the positions of the sun in the sky in relation to the equator and Tropic of Cancer at 23.5 degrees north, that is shown by the red line AB. And the significant numbers of our numerical analysis, the numbers that we are going to use in our numerical analysis in this work, are the following. We have number 38 and 643. These numbers we have from the sacred codes. And then we have the number 24434, which is daily prayer format, the schedule of daily prayer, that we have from multiplying 38 by 643. And then we have number 133, A and B, which is from A to N to B. A and B. And then we have number 227, which is again the arc of ASB, which is from A to S to B. So the line there is partitioning the great circle into 2 arcs. One arc of 133 degrees and another one of 227 degrees. And then we have number 186 days that you don't see it there because it's not there. Number 186 days is the number of days that the northern hemisphere is facing the sun. You probably didn't know this. The northern hemisphere is facing the sun for 186 days, while the southern hemisphere is facing the sun only for 179 days. So these are the significant numbers that inshallah we're going to have in our analysis. Now, and basically you're going to see a very beautiful harmony in this analysis of two number sets from two different domains, that are completely different. So you see this harmony between these two domains through these two number sets. And the domains are religion and science. Enjoy. Okay, so the first thing is daily prayer. 24434. And please look at the numbers there that we have, especially number 227. So here we have raised the 5 integers of 24434 of daily prayer format to powers of 3. And the equation, as you see it, is giving us number 227, that you can see it on the great circle. And the reverse of number 227 is number 722. These reverse numbers are very beautiful and interesting. Now we're going back to the two numbers of the sacred codes, which are 38 and 643, and we add these two numbers and we get 681. And here the reverse of the number is 186. Now we notice that 681 is also 3 times 227, which is similar to the one we have for 24434. And what we see really interesting is that if you add 681 and 227, you get 4 times 227. Now, if you add the reverse of 227, the blue ones that we have there, if you add the reverse of 227, which is 722, to the reverse of 681, which is 186, I apologize, anytime we do math, these things happen, so anyway, 186 plus 722 is equal 4 times 227 too. So you see a large number of 227 are showing up in relation with the two numbers that we have from both daily prayers and we have from sacred codes. But this is really deep, the things that you see. Next one, deep and deep. The midpoint of the Quran in terms of verses is verse 186 of chapter 26. The Quran has 6,236 verses, and the half of it is 3,118. And verse 186 of chapter 26 is the last verse of the first half of the Quran. And look at how beautiful it is. Look at the number 186 is related to what? In many ways is related to 227. And what? Chapter 26 has exactly 227 verses also. Now, the numbers themselves have relationship, very beautiful relationship. Now, let's look at this. Divine relationship of number 133 and 227. Now here, we have raised the 6 integers of number 133 and number 227 to powers of 2 and subtracted 133 from 227 there. And what we get here again, we get 10 times 227. You see how many of these 227 are showing up, because it's very significant. Chapter 26 is also very significant, and inshallah we're going to reflect on that in future discussions. Now watch this. Now, if you take that 133 from the equation that we just had and replace it with 2443, which are the first 4 digits of daily prayer format, and put them to the powers of 1, 2, 3, and 4 respectively, you're going to get again 10 times 227. And now, instead of raising the powers to 1, 2, 3, and 4 that we did in previous equation, in this equation we raise the power of 2, 4, 4, 3 to 3. You see, you raise it to different powers and it gives you the same number of 227 times 10. This is because regardless of how the powers are in this format, that would be 163, a very significant number in math, connected to many areas. Very beautiful number. But here is another beautiful part. You can see that 722 is the reverse of 227, as we had before. And now 722, which is the reverse of 227, generates 361, that is the reverse of 163. The daily prayer schedule or format 24434. You can see from these equations that we just went through, the daily prayer format is not a man-made format. It's divine. It cannot be changed or rearranged. And you will see that, you're seeing it here, but you will see that in many other discussions, and you have seen it in earlier discussions. This is not man-made, this is divine. And you're going to see it on this page too again. Now, you also see that there is a beautiful relationship here between 133 and 227, because when you divide 133 over 227 minus 133, it gives you one of the best estimates of radical 2. One of the best. Very beautiful. But here is really significant. In this equation, we have raised the 6 integers of 133 and 227, every one of them. We have raised them to power of e, so-called natural log, which all of these are made by Allah Ta'ala. Now look at what happened. You raise these 6 integers to power of e. What are you going to get? You're getting the same numbers, but multiplied. You're getting 1, 3, 3, all of these multiplied. And the product of it is 252. We have a similar situation with E, with the daily prayer format. Here we have raised the 5 integers of daily prayer format. There are 2 parentheses here. In the first parenthesis, we have raised the 5 integers of daily prayer format to powers of e plus pi over e. And in the second parenthesis, we have raised the same 5 integers again to powers of e, this time minus pi over e. And watch and see what you get here. You get exactly the same 5 integers that are in these parentheses that were to powers of e. You get exactly the same number back. The same way that we saw that with 133, 227. Now here we have, again, 38 times 643. The product of that is 24434, or 24,434. Now we're going to add the 38 times 643. We're going to do product of 3 times 8 times 6 times 4 times 3 times 3 plus 8. And now we're going to see a very beautiful number here too. You're seeing the reverse of the daily prayer format, which is 43442. And this is significant. Because when you raise these 5 integers, you raise 4 to power of 1, 3 to power of 2, 4 to power of 3, 4 to power of 4, and 2 to power of 5. You get exactly 365 days. And something else that's very interesting is this. These 5 integers that we saw them in early pages of this video, both in daily prayers and in the sacred codes, all 5 of them are 5 consecutive digits here in pi. Inshallah, we continue this work in chapter 7 from here where we are ending this one. Thank you for watching and God bless you.